Hello guys. So we are going to continue our discussion with respect to Python, and in this video we are going to discuss about lambda functions in Python. Now what exactly is lambda function? So lambda functions are small anonymous function defined using the lambda keyword. They can have any number of arguments but only one expression. They are commonly used for short operations or as arguments to higher order function. So anonymous function is basically a function without a name. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see the syntax of lambda function. How do we write that? So lambda, the keyword, and then we need to specify the arguments followed by the expression here. Okay. So let us go ahead and execute a simple example of this lambda function. So let me just define the normal usual function that we discussed in the last video, and then I'll show you how do we convert the function to a lambda function. Okay. So the def keyword again, def. I'll write a function for addition and I'll give two arguments a and b, and then I'll write the function definition here. Return or the body of the function a plus b. Okay. Return a plus b, and then I'm going to simply call this function addition of sorry addition, and I'll pass two arguments, suppose 2 comma 3. So this should return me 5. Okay, now let us convert this particular definition to this particular function to lambda function. So as discussed, first we'll write the lambda keyword followed by the arguments. A comma b are my arguments or parameters, colon, and I'll write the expression. So expression is nothing but adding these two variables. So a plus b. So this is my lambda function guys, as per the syntax we discussed. Now let me assign a variable to this. So addition is equal to lambda and then this expression and arguments. Now just to check what is the what is the type of this variable, we'll see. It should return it as a function or lambda function. So if you see here, type of addition is lambda function here. Okay, let me just print and call this lambda here. I'll pass 5 comma 6 this time. Okay, so it should give me the output as 11, which is addition of 5.6 gives 11 here. Okay. Now let us write another example to convert a usual function to lambda. So we'll do it for even odd this time. Okay. So def even, and I'm passing a number here. Then to check if a number is even or not, I'll write the if condition. If num percentile to double equals 0, then return true. So it should return true in the sense it will return that the number is even. Okay, so now let me just call this function even of 24. So it should return true. So now what we are going to do, this function we are converted to lambda. So again the lambda keyword and then the arguments num and then the expression num percentile to double equals 0. Okay, and I'm going to assign this as even 1, suppose. Okay, and then let me just call this function even 1, and I'm going to pass the value as 12. So it should return me true. Okay, so this is how we convert a function to a lambda function. So now let's try with multiple parameters. We have seen with 2 parameters, 1 parameter. Now let's try with 3 parameters. We'll use the same function, the same addition function here that we have given it here, right? Let's reuse the same. I'll copy this from here. I'll paste it here. But this time we will pass 3 variables, a, b, and c. Okay. Now let's return a plus b plus c. And while calling the function, I'll give 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay. So it returns me 9. Now let's convert this to lambda function. So the same lambda is it lambda, and let's pass the parameters a comma b comma c and colon the expression a plus b plus c here. And we should be assigning this lambda function to a variable, addition 1 suppose. And let me call the lambda function now, addition 1. And I'll pass the same values 2, 3, and 4. So this also should return the value as 9. Okay. So this lambda function, guys, this saves a lot of time. Instead of writing the function definition, we can use lambda or the anonymous function to do all these kinds of operations. Okay. But we can convert a function to lambda only if there is a single expression. Lambda function may have other features, but for that, we will have to understand the map and filter function first. So in the upcoming videos, we'll be discussing about map and filter. I'll give an example of map function which applies to all the items in the list. Okay, so let us again start with the usual function and then we'll see how do we convert it to lambda. So we'll use one of the common function to generate square of each number. Okay, square, and suppose I'm passing the parameter as num and I'm return num double asterisk 2. Okay. So let me just call the function now. Here, what happens is when I write this right, when I write this function, I'm able to execute this function only for a single number. But what if my requirement is to have a list and I want to generate the square of each of the number in the given list? So for that, we can use our map function, which will ease out our problem. Okay. So what I'll do first, let me write the lambda function. I will pass my parameter now. Okay. So parameter is x suppose, or let us write the same parameter num. And then we'll pass on the expression. So num double asterisk 2. Okay. And then what I'll do, I will write a map function here. So what are the arguments of map? So the first parameter in a map is a function. So here in this case, it's a lambda function, the first parameter. And the second parameter of a map is the iterables. So here are iterables is the list. Okay, let me just define the list for you now first. Suppose this numbers is our list, okay? That holds number from 1 to 6. So this is my iterables. So my function, my map function would be iterating over this list. So I'm passing this iterable here. Okay. So map uses a lazy loading technique, which means it has not completely initialized. Till this point, it has not completely initialized. Okay. In order to initialize a map, I'll have to convert this to a list. Okay, so I'll show an example. If I run this right, see, it just gives a map, but it is not returning me the result. So I'll have to, in order to have the results printed, I'll have to convert this map to a list and then we'll see the magic. See, so it is iterating over all the numbers in the list and it's printing me the square 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and 36. So for every number in the list, automatically we are able to get the squares. So this was it from my side, guys. I'll see you all in my next video on map and then we'll cover filter.